Oh boy.
Yo.
Oh boy. Hey, we're Costco guys. And we're here to talk about punk rock.
Costco guys! And we eat chicken backs!
I've never stepped foot in a Costco. Is it like
Costco rules, dude.
Yeah, rules
Costco's,
is good.
Yeah, Costco's sick, dude. Yeah, but
I don't know.
If you guys haven't seen it, what is it, Meat Canyon? That guy does like fucked up animations.
Yeah, I love
the
Meat
We're
Canyon.
Costco guys, really funny. So
where he sells his son into like
like no denouement at the end of the show. It's just like his son is living in slavery, packaging beans.
He's
now.
like in a storage container or something, right? They like
yeah. Oh man,
what's up, guys? Sorry, we're in a strange mood today. We're talking Costco, guys. You know that is the biggest topic
definitely
today. Wednesday, 11/6/2024.
Of all the things that are happening in the world, I'm pretty sure the Costco guys' lore is at the top of everybody's minds right now.
Yeah, I think we have 19 people coming in. The Costco guys have had a big impact in their life. Maybe they were up last night watching the Costco guys. It's pretty cool.
I mean, there was a contentious election, which was the poll I put up in the Punk Rock Radar community tab of Blink-182 against Alkaline Trio. And Lewis, you'll be very disappointed because Alkaline Trio is losing from Here to Infirmary. Take Off Your Pants and Jacket by Blink-182 currently. So guys, if you want to stuff those ballot boxes for Alkaline Trio, go ahead and get out there.
I'm a little upset already because Immortal Coil said I look like the Rizzler, so that's not good for my self-esteem. So I look like an obese 6-year-old or whatever he is. So that's coming in hot today.
Well, Blair McMacken says Costco isn't as good as it sounds unless you're buying like 10 bottles of ketchup. Is that all you buy from Costco? Blair McMacken, a big ketchup guy. I had no idea. He didn't come off like a ketchup guy to me, but I guess he is.
They do sell.
I don't know. Sorry.
No. I'm trying to think. Costco. Well, they have booze section too, which is pretty good. So I mean, Costco rules, man. You get the bulk sizes that you can't get elsewhere.
How was it during the pandemic? Was that the hot spot? For all the
we didn't go. Well, close local to me is like a BJ's. So the poorly named BJ's. So
there's a BJ's near me too. It's like right next to the liquor store.
Oh yeah, you get BJ's next to the liquor store?
Yeah, it's usually like behind it. Behind the liquor store.
Sick, bro.
It's a pretty good BJ's.
All right, Epitaph Records, episode 8.
It's been long awaited. I guess it hasn't been that long. Not as long as before.
No, it's only been a week. It's normal.
I know. It felt very long.
A lot has happened.
A lot has happened. I got sick on the weekend. And then, all right. But yeah, we already got 26 people watching, so we'll go ahead and get into the Epitaph bracket. Drum roll, please. And Immortal Coil says Costco is the best. Do they even have Costco in Canada, dude? Come on.
Probably.
What do they have up there?
All right, enough Costco. What are we talking about in this first round?
So the first round is going to be John's going to start us off, and we've got the epic downset up against Pulley 60 Cycle Hum. Can't remember the downset album title.
Check your people. Check your people.
Check your people. That's right. John, what do you have to say about Pulley versus downset?
So downset's got a little bit of new metal flavor to it. It's very, very 90s. I used to have one of their other records, I think Universal Language. I could see No Control saying it now too. I think 60 Cycle is the worst Pulley album. I know Dylan thinks it's the best. No Control thinks it's the best. I think it's the worst one. But I still think it's better than the downset record. So my vote is going 60 Cycle Hum.
Okay, Lewis, what do you have to say with downset versus Pulley here?
Yeah, I think did we listen to Downset another time? Listen to another album on one of the episodes. Maybe I'm fucking not remembering, but yeah, we've done like a million of these, so forgive me. But yeah, I remembered that one pretty fondly. I thought this one was okay, but it's nowhere near as good as the Pulley record. I'm not the big Pulley super fan that a lot of these cats are, but yeah, it's definitely a better record than Downset. So I'm going Pulley on the first tier.
All right, Dylan, 60 Cycle Hum fanboy. What do you have to say about this matchup?
Thank you very much, No Control. I appreciate that. I'll PayPal you the $10 after the stream for backing me up on that one. 60 Cycle Hum all the way. It's fucking awesome. It starts awesome and it doesn't slow down, and it's awesome. Pulley.
All right. Lots of words from Dylan there. Lots of awesome.
Pulley.
Pulley, awesome. I'll say this. I was listening to the downset record, and at first I was like, this isn't bad. And I was listening to a couple songs through it, and then I was like, we must be almost to the end of the record. I was on like track 5. Holy shit, these songs are so fucking long. Dude. I was on track 5, and I thought I was like almost finished the whole thing. I think downset would be great for like maybe a PS1 monster truck racer game.
Yeah.
One song on the soundtrack would be perfectly fine, but an entire album of downset is not going to beat this Pulley record, which is not like my favorite, but I don't know if I think it's the worst one by any means. I think it's still. I mean, I don't think Pulley really has a bad record at all. So I like one of my favorite Pulley songs is Mandigo on here, and Padded Cell 4 Walls is another one I like a lot. So Nodding Off, also super fun, quick, fast punk song. So I mean, I'm going Pulley all the way here. So it's gonna be. I forgot to even start the pool.
Yeah, the pool.
That's all right, man.
Yeah. So
am I doing the Rizzler? What's the Rizzler face? Is it this? What does he do? Oh, okay.
I'm looking at yeah. That's basically it. You're doing that's pretty good.
Maybe
he
like
kind of do look like the
Steel,
Rizzler if he was 40 years old and lost some weight. I'm not gonna lie. I think that's actually true.
Fair enough.
So.
Well, this kid, he's gonna have a like me when he hits his 20s. He's gonna be well obese, and then he'll have to lose about 120 pounds, and then it'll be cool. It'll be good times.
Welcome to the club, buddy.
All right, so I'm doing the poll right now, but let's see what the people are saying. And Immortal Coil says downset pretty bad. I don't know. To me, they reminded me of like they could have been on the first Tony Hawk soundtrack as like one of the more forgettable songs. Douglas Shell is here and says, "Hey, punk rockers." And El Deuterino says, "Yup, Pulley." Murderholic says, "I'm slightly late." Well, I'm glad you made it at all. Some people are eternally late. But
preschool got out late.
It downsets at 8%. Pulley's at 92%, and Pulley is going to sweep this round. We'll see if we have anything that's even close to that. As big of a sweep as that is coming up. I'm not sure if there's going to be. But Lewis, you're starting us off here with Pennywise, About Time, and the Hives, Veni, Vidi, Vicious.
Yeah, man. Veni Vidi Vicious is a great name for a record. I just want to get that out of the way. It's really good. Yeah. But, chalk this up to things I never knew. I had no idea this record was on Epitaph. I fucking somehow missed it. I thought this was I thought the Hives were like a bigger band. And I hate to say I told you so. Yeah. That was like the single.
That's on this one. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I had no idea. And then, so coming back here, I was, really kind of dumbfounded. I don't really like this record. So, regardless, I just wanted to get that anecdote out. I thought it was okay. It's like that whole, they were kind of the sound at the time, it feels like, especially going to, 03 with, I don't know, with the vibes on. But, I mean, we're talking About Time. I mean, it's one of the best Pennywise records. I think, Elliot, is that your favorite one? I mean, we'll get to it, but
it's the best Pennywise record, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking at the track. I mean, every single day, goddamn, we're going with Waste of Time, Peaceful Day, Perfect People. I mean, the whole beginning is just a banger. I mean, all the way to the end.
Same old story.
Same old story. Yeah, it's gonna have to be About Time, which I just got on colored vinyl. It is a really good one. So the Hives. I mean, cool, good job. But yeah, Pennywise.
All right, Dylan. Pennywise versus the Hives. What do you have to say?
Screw the Perfect People. Fuck. They all look the same.
The same.
The Hives are a very fun band. And I was just listening to this just now, and wow, Green Day totally ripped off the Hives on the Foxborough Hot Tubs thing.
Green Day loves ripping off the Hives, dude. I tell you.
The Hives are awesome. I like them a lot. I like that style. Shout out to the Smugglers once again, another band like the Hives. It's like an obligation. I have to bring up the Smugglers. The Pennywise album is gonna move on though.
This Hives record came out when you were when you were 6. I'm trying to put in relation.
It says 2000.
He wasn't even born.
That'd be 5.
For the Pennywise records.
So
Yeah,
wild.
Pennywise, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, this is to me the best Pennywise record. I think this kind of just like captures like all the best elements of Pennywise. I think it's the strongest lyrically with content and has just the most straightforward songs. It has like the best production where I think cleaned up Pennywise I do like, especially have a lot of nostalgia for, but Pennywise always better with a little bit of roughness around the edges. And the Hives, I thought I liked them more than I did, but I just thought this was like okay. I wasn't super into it. I remember like jamming out to the Hives back in the day, but I don't know why. This time around, it didn't click with me. I couldn't get into it. It's not bad, but I'm gonna go Pennywise About Time. John, what do you have to say here?
I thought I was going to be the only one sticking up for the Hives record, but Dylan had my back there. This Veni Vidi Vicious is a really good album. I think it's really fun. I remember when we were in high school, this band was humongous. Hate to say I told you so was in like every commercial. But this is About Time. It's maybe like my number 5 Pennywise. I'm not as into it as you guys are, but I still like Pennywise way more than the Hives. But 2 really good albums. So let's go About Time.
It's about time the Hives get the fuck out of here. Get them out.
I hate to say I told
Respectfully.
you so. All right, what do we got going on?
All right, let's see what the chat has to say. It is 95% Pennywise,
Damn.
5% the Hives. So, is this as big? Is it a bigger blowout than downset
Yeah.
versus Pulley? I can't remember. It is. Okay. Well, we got it immediately. And what is the chat saying? Bobby Moore says Wise of Penny. And No Control says we are all killing time. Dan City Cat says Pulley is not getting 100% on my watch. Well, they did. It's a good job. Murderholic says not a big fan of either Pennywise though, and Hova Pennywise may get 100% from the chat unless there is a East German judge. Okay.
Oh, that's a very funny joke. I appreciate that. Top marks.
Danzig's Cat says Hives are great, but Pennywise for the win. All right, now let's move on to. Oh, Pennywise is moving on. So
Yeah.
and, we'll go to the next one here, which is going to be you, Dylan, and we're going to be doing Millencolin's Kingwood up against Orange, Escape from L.A. What do you have to say about these 2 records, Dylan?
I had not heard the Orange Band album until just a moment ago in time. The only song I like on Kingwood is Shut You Out. That's the only one. I don't listen to anything else on the album. And this Orange album is pretty fucking cool, actually. So I think we might, assuming you guys go the same way as me, we may have both Swedish bands getting knocked out right now.
I'm actually like Orange was like one of the. I remember they signed to Epitaph, and they were like the only like pop punk band on Epitaph, and they got like so much hate back in the day. I remember this. Like they were getting hated on so much by like the Epitaph fans because what they had before was like Society's Parasite, like the Casualties type stuff, and like Rancid clones. And then Orange comes on, and I know the lead singer Joe Dexter. He's got like thick rimmed glasses. He looks like an emo Milo Ackerman. And they got so much hate back in the day. But I really enjoy the Orange record. I think their record after this, Phoenix, is a much more better produced pop punk record. I'm not sure if like Hellcat or whoever produced this truly knew how to like capture the pop punk sound they were looking for here. But I think like the first track, like that chorus always gets stuck in my head. That da na na na, I'm not coming home tonight. It's a good song. And honestly, the Millencolin record I thought was the most boring one I've heard so far. I thought Home from Home was a lot better than Kingwood. So I'm gonna go Orange as well. And sorry for rambling there, but John, what do you have to say about these?
I don't know about that Home from Home comment. Is kind of oof.
I liked it better.
Yeah. So I was pretty much on board with what you're saying. Like I've never been a huge Kingwood fan. I think it's decent. I'd never heard this Orange album. I never heard of this band. So the fact that you have like some backstory on them, like I was pretty deep into Epitaph, Hellcat stuff, and I don't remember this coming out at all.
Yeah, it's also the fact that their name's Orange and it's impossible to find them in search.
Yeah,
in
I was trying to find a logo for the thumbnail. It was a nightmare. But I'll be honest, like we put all these on a playlist at the beginning of the week, and I was shuffling, And when a song came on from Kingwood, I was like very rarely skipping it. Like I think that Kingwood may be a weaker Millencolin album, but I still think it's pretty decent. We've made fun of what is it, Biff Tech Supernova before, but it came on the other day. I was feeling that too. So
the song rules. Yeah, man.
it's good. I know the singer of the Orange was commenting on the Instagram post for this, so like I was leaning towards it, but I think I'm gonna go Kingwood. I was just really feeling it this week, so I'm gonna go Millencolin.
All right, and Lewis, what do you have to say about Orange versus Millencolin here?
I don't know how I found out about them before you, John, because I remember when they were getting pushed. I think they're on Hellcat, right?
Yeah.
I think it was like kind of a Tim push project or something.
Yeah, Tim Armstrong was pushing them out. Yeah.
And I didn't really love Orange then, I'll be honest, but I gave it a second try today, and I actually thought this album was pretty fun. I agree with most of the comments I've been seeing here. I thought it was pretty good. There's a couple really fun songs. I like even the ones that are slowed down. I thought that was pretty good. I can't remember the name of it, but there's one like really slow tempo one in the middle that thing picks up. It was a good record. Having said that, I don't know where we're getting that this Kingwood is a mid record. Like, I think this is a really good Millencolin record. I think it's way better than Home From Home personally too. But Home From Home's pretty good too. But Kingwood is awesome. I don't think it's the best Millencolin, but in this matchup, I'm gonna have to go with Kingwood just for Biff Tech Supernova, man. He had a dream about being a bear. I mean, that's all you need to know. It's really good.
I don't think Elliot and I said it's mid. I think we said it's a fucking dog shit album. So everybody vote against the Millencolin album.
They're not going to. But I don't know. It just none of the songs are sticking out to me. But sometimes these later Millencolin records take like a second listen for me to like really like kind of click with me, and where I'm like, oh, this is better than I thought. Because Millencolin always is like it comes off as like mediocre, and then you go back to it, and you're like, actually, it's kind of more catchy than I originally gave it credit for. But this is just one listen from me, so I don't think I even got through the entirety of the record. So.
Yeah, but like no hate. I was pretty happy to give Orange a second try. Like I honestly forgot about them. Like when I saw them on the list, I was like, shit, I remember these guys.
I'll say Phoenix, the album that comes after this, is a better record, and it has a song called Revolution, which actually was the theme song for Generator Rex, which was a cartoon show back in the day. I didn't really watch, but my younger brother watched it quite a bit. Yeah, we covered this, John. Yeah,
I remember now. Yeah.
Yeah, so I had no clue about this until we did that. I was like, "Oh, this is an Orange song." So pretty cool for them. So
yeah, definitely check them out, guys. It's cool if you haven't checked them out. They're pretty good.
Yeah, they're like the most like forgotten about Hellcat band. I feel like at this point, also because their name is hard to search and because it's a color, and you get a lot.
Shout
of
out to the Oranges band on Late Lookout Records.
There you go.
Aren't you glad we included them in our tier list? All right, we should move on. That was
let me get to the chat here. So Millencolin's at 77%, Orange is at 23%, and let me read the chat here. And Spab says Kingwood is awesome, and then he also says later, "Preach, Lewis." So he's a big Kingwood defender. I think Spab is just a later Millencolin defender in general. So. Yeah. I think he shared a Machine 15 song with me. I forget what it was called. It was actually really good. So I'm curious to check out.
It's only maybe. Detox. Detox is the only good song in that record.
I can't remember if it was Detox. That might be the only. That might be the one. So Spab, let me know if that was the one I listened to. And Immortal Coil says both these albums are brutal. You mean like fucking sick as fuck? No Control says Farewell My Hell, great song on Kingwood, but not their best album. Bobby Morris says Orange, and Cade Tassick says that Orange album is actually really good.
There you go. We all agree.
And Jim Mazza says, sup, bitches. We all know that Empire Strikes First is winning. Let's just call it quits. Look, dude, we have no clue what's going to happen. But let's move on to the next one here, which is going to be Death by Stereo up against The Empire Strikes First by Bad Religion. Death by Stereo, this is what? Life After Death? Is that what this one's called? Let me double check. I thought that's what it was called. Death for Life. Yeah. It's okay. So,
you got it close, though.
I got it pretty close. I will say, honestly, this Death by Stereo record is kind of fucking kick ass. I actually really like it. It might be one of my favorites by them when I was listening to it. There's like a fucking ton of good songs in here. I don't know. I thought it kind of ripped, but it's going up against like, I don't know, man. It's like one of the best Bad Religion records in my opinion. Bad Bad Religion just really killed it in the 2000s, and it was like such a fucking comeback. And this was everywhere. I remember this record being everywhere at the time, and it's just like I'm going Bad Religion. The Empire Strikes First, so it's just such an amazing record with the opening, Sinister Rouge, and just so many fucking great songs in here. Social Suicide and stuff like that. But John, what do you have to say about this record? Of these records?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much the same as you. But I think this is the best Bad Religion album. It's my favorite one. We've talked about it to death on this channel. Death by Stereo, I didn't really consider myself a fan of them before we started the bracket, but I've liked almost all their albums that have come across so far. But yeah, this Bad Religion album is like untouchable for a rock. It's like a rock record, but it's like badass. I listen to it all the time still, so give me Empire Strikes First.
Okay,
Lewis. I'm going to echo that sentiment too, because I never really gave DBS a chance either. But man, they're pretty good. I mean, it's a little same. Right? I mean, they're a little samey throughout that I have a hard time differentiating. But they're still rocking. But I mean, like, this Bad Religion is my favorite band, and this is one of my favorite Bad Religion records. So it's pretty obvious where I'm going to go. I mean, God's Love Alone is like a better song than anything on any of the DBS. Like, and it's a top tier song. I mean, this has a lot of interesting songs on it too. Boot Stamping on a Human Face Forever. Like, Bad Religion is doing some cool, rock, I guess just rock style, rock adjacent type things with this record. It rules. Oh, the rapper on Let Them Eat War, that too. So strange record, but awesome. Production's sick. Love it. The drumming, everything's good. So Bad Religion, let's go.
All right, Dylan, what do you have to say? Death by Stereo versus Bad Religion.
Bad Religion going for a clean sweep.
Sweep.
Yeah, queef sleep. Yeah, I could never in good conscience vote for a band who names all their records with puns based on their band name. Unless we were talking about Cobra Skulls, and they kind of gave up on the bit pretty quick there, unlike Death by Stereo. A Bad Religion, The Empire Strikes First.
I will say all the Death by Stereo album names could just be like other band names, though. Like other bands' albums, like Death for Life. I mean, it's not that far off. But let's see what the chat has to say here. It is 90% Bad Religion and 10% Death by Stereo. We'll end the poll here and see what people are saying. Let's see here.
If looks could kill, I watch you die. That's another. That sounds like it should have. They were early. That's like a 2010s like metalcore song title.
100%.
Yeah, definitely.
Exactly where mine went. Yeah.
They did it in 1999.
This is 2005, isn't it? This Death by Stereo record?
No, they have another album. It's titled "If Looks Could Kill, I'd Watch You Die."
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's like a post-hardcore song. That's like a first to last song.
Skinny Jean Core.
Old Deuterino says Kingwood pretty good, but not their best, but beats Orange. Douglas Shell says Stereo. And Mick D says Brand New Game is the song for Machine 15 I shared with you. Oh, yeah, Brand New Game like fucking kicks ass. So there's at least two good songs.
Not according to John.
Yeah. I know, apparently. Brand New Game, dude. Give it another chance, John.
All right.
I feel like that song kicks ass. And Mick D said it's my number one BR album. And Murderholic says my favorite BR besides Christmas songs.
Christmas songs rules, dude. Man, How Come Emmanuel is a fucking banger. I can't wait to spin it this holiday.
Yeah. It's a good Christmas album. All right. So, No Control says, "Are we all atheists?" And No Control says, "Death by Stereo got their name from the movie quote in The Lost Boys." So some lore on Death by Stereo. I had no idea. I've actually never seen The Lost Boys. So.
Corey Feldman says it, if I remember. Maybe I'm wrong, but yeah, go on.
All right,
Sorry.
No Control. Let us know. Does Corey Feldman say that? Also, Corey Feldman. We should definitely do a tier list of his band.
Tiers, yeah.
But next up, John, we are covering Bad Religion's "How Could Hell Be Any Worse" up against Street Dogs. I believe this is a self-titled record. What do you have to say about these?
I think this Bad Religion album sucks. I've said it before. I think it's really bad. If you take the name off this album, no one's listening to it. It'd just be a forgotten album. I don't think the Street Dogs are a great band, but like I think this is a listenable record. The Punk Rock and Roll is a good song. I liked. This was short, fast. I think Hang 'Em High. There was like a short, fast one I liked too. Yeah, I'm not gonna vote for this Bad Religion album just because it's Bad Religion, because I genuinely don't like it. So give me the Street Dogs with just a average Hellcat release.
Yeah. But Lewis, what do you have to say about these two?
I'm going to vote for this Bad Religion record just because it's Bad Religion. But I'll give a little bit more detail. I thought the Street Dog Records was pretty good. I don't love this album as the first Bad Religion record, but it does hold a little bit of nostalgia for me. And I do like to go back to a few songs, even though I think Bad Religion really got good, obviously, with Suffer. I'm just weighing this of I will never listen to the Street Dogs record again. I thought it was fine. Nothing to be disagreed with, but, pretty generic, fine record. I will go back and listen to some of the classics off of How Could Help Any Worse. So that's going to get my vote. No hate on the Street Dogs, like a pretty good record, and I'll hold down Bad Religion.
All right, Dylan, Bad Religion versus Street Dogs. What do you got to say?
Oh boy. This is probably the toughest one so far due to basically what Lewis said. One I'm indifferent about mostly, not in like a bad way or anything, but it's just not something I listen to. It's not bad or anything. And then the other one is like I said in the debut albums video, like some good songs, bad recording. Like I get that it's punk and all, and it's the 80s and everything, but it makes it hard to listen to. Talking about the Bad Religion album, of course. Everything I will say, for as much shit as I give the Dropkick Murphys, I think the Street Dogs, obviously it's Mike McColgan. It reminds me of early Dropkick Murphys, which I prefer if I had to choose. I feel like I talked and I haven't gotten anywhere in my
what are you picking, dude?
We're 1-1.
Yeah,
I'll put it in John's hands. I'm gonna vote for. Wait, no, John already went. Fuck, Elliot. I'm gonna vote for the Street Dogs.
Okay, we got it there.
Damn.
Okay.
Fuck, dude.
So I remember listening. I remember buying the Street Dogs record and the kind of not liking it very much and revisiting to it. It's better than I thought it was from my memory, but I agree with Immortal Coin of the chat. He said Street Dogs is like diet 90s dropkick. It's just like, I don't know. It's pretty generic to me. And I like the first Bad Religion record. Like there's songs in there that I think really stick out in my mind, like White Trash Second Generation and
Latchkey Kids.
Latchkey Kids, Fuck Armageddon, This Is Hell. Like there's standouts on the Bad Religion. Even it is just like an 80s hardcore record at the end of the day. I think it's a decent one though, and I think the Street Dogs record is very bland. So I'm gonna go with Bad Religion. How could hell be any worse? So
the chat.
I'll go
leaving
with
it up to the chat here.
Bland over poorly seasoned.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. Like I like the first Bad Religion record. So I don't go back to it too often. But who wins? Bad Religion. Could we have guessed that? 86%.
Yeah.
Street Dogs at 14%. And let's see what the people are saying. Downward Heavenward says this Street Dogs album isn't their best. Does it get better? I hope it does, because it does. Is this their first record? The first Street Dogs one? Second?
Their first one's better. The
Is
one
it?
with the kids playing on the roof or whatever.
Mortal Coil says the voice of God is government.
Yeah.
Murderholic says I'm eyeing a record down there. Oh, I know it. Murderholics is like a left alone mark.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
This is their fifth album.
This is the fifth Street Dog record.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe the earlier stuff is much better.
This one's pretty good, man. I like this one.
I don't mind it. Like I like, ready to roll, we're ready to rattle. It's fun. It's just like as it goes on, I feel like I'm not getting too much out of it that I can't get from other bands that do it way better.
Mike McColgan, infinitely better frontman than Ken Casey, I gotta say.
Downward is Heavenward says calling them diet Dropkick Murphys is lazy. Well, I'm taking
it's more like a Zero Sugar, which I'm a fan of.
Yeah, it's like Zero Sugar job.
Trying to watch my figure, kind of.
Let's move on here. And Lewis, we've got one of your favorite Pennywise Jr. bands, 98 Mute, up against Rancid and Out Come the Wolves. So what do you have to say here? So Slow Motion Riot versus and Out Come the Wolves. What's going on inside your mind?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man, Slow Motion Riot got done dirty by this tier list because this is a pretty good record, and I did pick Slow Motion Riot on my when we did the Punkorama one because I think that's an all-timer on the Punkoramas. I love that freaking song. They are a little Pennywise Jr., but they're good in their own right. But come on, man, this is Out Come the Wolves. It's almost a perfect record. It's so good. I mean, I think it's maybe somewhat long, but it doesn't feel as long as Let's Go to me. And it's just so well done. I mean, I don't know what else to say about it. It's got Old Friend, it's got Time Bomb, it's got Ruby Soho, Junkie Man, I mean,
you can name any song off the record.
Any song, yeah, it's so good. So, yeah. So sorry, Slow Motion Riot, 98 Mute. It's gonna have to get the axe. It's gonna have to be Rancid for me.
All right, Dylan, what do you have to say of 98 Mute versus Rancid here?
98 Mute is a pretty good band, and the dude's brother was in what was it? Ska band, Blink 80, right?
That's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they're like unabashedly like just ripping off Pennywise. I mean, no qualms about it. I'm sure if you told any of the guys who were in the band that they sounded like Pennywise, they'd probably be like, yeah, dude, that's the idea. So I don't have any problem with that at all. But, I mean, and Out Come the Wolves, man. Come on now. Is it even up for debate? Very unfortunate here for 98 Mute.
Yeah, I feel like 98 Mute could have, like, dominated the two records above it, to be honest. I'm not going to lie. I think 98 Mute, I don't even think they're that much of a Pennywise Jr. band. And I understand people don't like that term sometimes when we're talking about
the guitar tone.
It's a style. It's a style.
Dude.
It's a style. It's similar to Pennywise in a lot of ways. But, I mean, Slow Motion Riot was just, like, one of my favorite songs from the Punkorama. And this album does fucking rip. But it's an Out Come the Wolves by Rancid. I've listened to this album front to back so many fucking times. It's got one of the best intro tracks in all of punk. It's got some of the most iconic bass lines in all of punk. Journey to the End of East Bay. Maxwell Murder, that crazy bit. I mean, there's, like, iconic moments in, like, punk history on an Out Come the Wolves. And 98 Mute is... It's a Punkorama band, but they're a really good Punkorama band, and I enjoy listening to that record. So, John, what do you have to say about these two?
Real quick, I gotta correct myself.
Go ahead.
Justin Thirsk is in 98 Mute. Jason Thirsk was in Pennywise. I don't know why I thought the dude from Link 80 had some relation to him. I'm an idiot.
They're all good.
It was somebody else.
It seems like a reasonable mistake.
It's the numbers.
There's too many numbers. Yeah.
Pennywise needs a number in their name. Pennywise 182.
There you go. John, what do you have to say here?
These are my two favorite albums on this side of the bracket. So like this is a rough matchup, but like you guys have said, like we could have given Out Come the Wolves a ticket to the finals, skip round 1, skip round 2, skip round. It wouldn't have mattered. It's gonna make it all the way. So I'll keep it short and sweet. It's Rancid, but if you're unfamiliar with Slow Motion Riot, go check it out. It's a really good album.
Yeah, it's a great record.
And apologies that I had to lower my camera there for a second. My cat is actively trying to kill himself, I think, from the upper floor, but we're good now. So if I have to run away, you'll see me. So sorry, guys.
Okay, all right. Well, I wonder why Lewis's cat could possibly want to kill itself. So
yeah.
Well, let's go here. Who wins? 98 Mute at 12%, Rancid at 88%, and Rancid takes it. And let's see.
I respect that 12% though. That's 12. I think that's the most I've. That's the most I've ever respected somebody else's opinion on this show. So there we go. So
that's 100 minus 12? 98.
Oh.
Yeah,
no. Wait, no.
No.
It's not. I was hoping you'd buy it.
You got me for like 3 seconds. So I was like, it's definitely an 8.
I was like, that's pretty cool. I'm like, oh wait. Bobby Moore says Rancid. Spab says best Rancid album in my opinion. 98 Mute album is good though. Immortal Coil says my vote's automatic, so automatic.
Nice.
Drew says Pennywise is the best punk band of all time. Change my mind. I mean, you could think that. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Top 5. I would say top 5 for me.
Not even close, but I respect John's opinion. Trek Tail says yes. Everything Lewis just said. That. So preach, Lewis, preach. Alex, I mean, yeah, you're praising an outcome the wolves. So I don't know how like. It really
Listen, it was a very, yeah, man. It was, I'm a trailblazer. What do you want?
Yeah, like, hey, I know everyone else is gonna hate it, but I'm standing up.
I know you guys have been sleeping on this record.
Yeah. Hey, don't sleep on an outcome the wolves. Alex Gellerman says Justin's brother was in Pennywise. I think we just had that miscommunication solved earlier. Takaman says, feel sorry for 98 mute on this bracket. I do as well. Like, honestly, there is a couple other, like, if they were in a different part of another bracket, they probably would have won. So, but let's move on here. And Dylan, we've got, I feel like this is actually a really good matchup. We've got H2O's Thicker Than Water up against one of the most talked about albums on the fucking channel. It's like top 3. I swear this record comes up so often. Vision, Watching the World Burn. What do you have to say about these two records?
One of these is a good band. The other is a bad band. That for some reason people think is a good band, but they're wrong. H2O is a bad band.
Okay.
Very bad band. Guitarist can't play for save his fucking life. Vision's a good band. This is a very good album. And I actually think that it's a shame that Closed Minded has so many more plays than anything else on the album, because I don't even think it's like the best song on the album.
I mean, it's from Punkorama. It was
I know, but
it's the most standout track from Punkorama 5. I feel
it's a shame regardless.
Definitely. Like, I think when I think of Punkorama 5, though, I always think of Closed Minded by Vision. I remember that song, just the rant at the end where he's just like, yeah, so what if I like punk rock, bitch? And it's like such a fun song. And Watching the World Burn, I remember buying this record based off Closed Minded alone. And obviously there's like a ton of great tracks on the Vision record. You got Beggars and Gentry, Don't Sound the Alarm, Searching for Sluggo. It's a great track. And I don't know where this like H2O sucks things come from. I mean, Ever Ready's on here. Ever Ready's like a fucking great H2O song. I didn't know people thought H2O just sucked. But it's going to be Vision. I still think it's a better record than H2O Thicker Than Water. But I mean, H2O Thicker Than Water is not like that far off in my opinion. But John, what do you have to say here?
Yeah, we got New York versus New Jersey here. Very, very rare in an Epitaph bracket. So I used to really like H2O, but like I was listening to this album and I was like, I don't really like this that much. I honestly don't think it's that good. And then we got the Vision album, which kicks ass. Like I think, man, I mean we I don't know if it's underrated anymore since we talk about it so much, but it's like way better than this H2O album. I got a real hot take. I think H2O's best album is Go, and I know everybody hates that, but this album's not that good. It's gonna be Vision.
All right, Lewis, what do you have to say here? H2O versus Vision.
Yeah, these are. I mean, we saw H2O so much growing up, and I never really liked them, but it just felt like a tradition to have to see them. I mean, and like it was they were a weird band because I feel like they transcended a lot of jocks like them in school too. So they were kind of in a sweet spot. I think Go's pretty good, and I like Faster Than the World better than this one as well. But this is okay. I mean, we've jerking off this Vision record forever. It's one of my favorites on Epitaph in general. I think it's like almost a near perfect punk hardcore release. I freaking love it. You didn't mention Predictable, which is a very fun song, and then breaks into like a ska breakdown on that album. So man, this record rocks. It's gonna have to be Vision, Watching the World Burn. It's so good.
I want to elaborate a little bit. Something that irks me about H2O is everybody calls them a hardcore band, but I do not. I've never seen them live, but on the records, they don't strike me as a hardcore band.
I mean, the earlier stuff was more hardcore. Like Guilty by Association is definitely.
That's a great song. It's the scene. It's the scene. It's the scene they were in. Really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's.
You know, John, though, I love that we just keep the tradition going of like never picking New York bands. I don't think we ever do. We pick New Jersey bands, but
yeah. There we go.
Oh well.
All right. So let's see what the chat is saying. And the chat is 50-50. H2O
Wow.
Vision tie, but it's not going to matter because we all decided to pick Vision because H2O sucks. We only drink soda here. We're all Americans. Let's see what are the people saying? Spab says H2O blows and this Vision album fucking rocks. Murderhawk says,
There's
you're a
Spab.
bad Murderhawk says you're a bad band. I don't know who Murderhawk says.
He said H2O is a bad band. Dylan said it.
They are.
Yeah.
Oh, he's calling Dylan a bad band. Yeah, Dylan, you're a bad band. Mortal Coil says
appreciate it.
Dylan speaks the truth. Alex Gellerman says Closed Mind is the best song and the best punkorama. That's not even a hot take, so
Yeah.
I might even agree with that. But so I mean, when I think of punkorama, that's one of the songs that comes up in my mind, along with Pennywise "Perfect People" for some reason. Well, Drew says About Time is a very average Pennywise album. Their top 3 are From the Ashes, Land of the Free, and Straight Ahead. Well, you're
Yes,
speaking right to John's
yes.
heart.
That's what I agree
Yep.
with that too. But yeah.
Yeah,
From the
you're
Ashes,
speaking a
number
few
one.
people's language here. Yeah, from the
I wouldn't put it as number 1, but it's
yeah.
probably my number 3. It's pretty
Yeah.
close. I
Yeah.
really like From the Ashes.
Not that order, but those would be my top 3. I would go Land of the Free, Straight Ahead, From the Ashes.
and I might do
personally.
Straight Ahead, Land of the Free, straight, and then Ashes. Yep.
What is this turning into a Pennywise tier list, dude? Let's move
Well,
on.
dude, they get an automatic pass if they're Pennywise. You know how it works.
All right. Real quick, Gabe Hill says, I think H2O is 1 foot in hardcore, 1 foot in pop punk. That's kind of true. I feel like it's like 1 foot hardcore, 1 foot skate punk.
Shitty
But-
skate punk.
All right. Dylan, not a fan of H2O. So, big Dr. Pepper guy. What do we got here? Bouncing Souls, the gold record, up against Left Alone, self-titled. And I'll start us off here. It's like, look, I want to give like Left Alone as like much credit as I can because Murderholics, is a big Left Alone fan. I can just never get into Left Alone. And when I hear Left Alone, I'm just like, it's never bad. It's never a bad time, but it's also like never anything that sticks in my head. I'm just like, I don't know, man. This is just like C tier Rancid in my mind, and I can't get past it. And I think the gold record is not a great Bouncing Souls record. I think it's only half good, but I mean, I think the gold song is better than anything on Left Alone self-titled. So I'm gonna go with Bouncing Souls, the gold song. And John, what do you have to say about these two records?
Yeah, I really like this Souls album. I think it's like their last really good album. I'm kind of with you on Left Alone. Like I would take the Street Dogs over Left Alone. Honestly, like this record's just kind of boring. Yeah, give me the gold record. Gold song's awesome. Lean on Sheena is awesome. A couple other good songs on there. Yeah, and I don't really like Left Alone. Sorry, Murderholics. You're a great dude. So no offense, but Bouncing Souls.
All right, Lewis, what do you have to say here?
I was just gonna have a 3-word thing to like pick mine. It was gonna be "Lean on Sheena" because that's a way better song than anything on the Left Alone and gold song that you
That's
guys
true
mentioned.
as well.
Like this album's
It's a
pretty good.
compliment.
Whatever, it doesn't matter. I spoke and like I totally agree with John. Like I think this was like the last Souls record that I really enjoyed. And then kind of been hit or miss and other ones after that. This is a pretty decent record. I don't think it compares to what's it called? The hell's the one with the ship called? Shit.
Anchors Away.
Anchors Away.
Away or Vacation, but it's a good record. And yeah, this Left Alone is file under B for boring. It was just okay. I mean, nothing to be inflamed or annoyed about, but nothing really to remember for me. So it was okay. Yeah.
All right, Dylan, what do you have to say? Bouncing Souls versus Left Alone.
I think I kind of forgot how good the gold record is. Like, I just went down the track list and I don't think there's any bad songs on it at all. It doesn't like peak as high as a few of the albums before it, but like as a whole, like it's fucking insane. And for a cover song to like supersede the song that they were covering is a pretty like one of the biggest Bouncing Soul songs is a cover, Lean on Sheena, right?
It's an
So,
awesome song. Yeah,
nobody-
it's definitely in the
nobody-
top 5. Yeah.
Nobody fucking knows who that song is originally by, so like
I
that's
didn't even know it was a cover.
that's, yeah,
so-
that's a pretty big testament to how good it is.
I learned in the last 3 minutes, so I'm there with you. So
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I had no clue. I remember some people bringing this up. I don't
it's
even know what band they
avoid
covered it
one
from.
thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The Joe Gittleman side project thing. Yeah, the original version of the song kind of sucks, actually.
Yeah.
Man, I really like the Gold record though. The Pizza song, Sarah Saturday, like it's just a great pop punk album, and this is a very mediocre Left Alone album. So the Bouncing Souls get my pick.
Let's go to the chat here. We've got 62% for the Bouncing Souls, 38% for Left Alone. So a good portion of people are loving the Left Alone record over the Bouncing Souls. So let's see.
Good showing for the boys from Wilmington, wherever the fuck that is.
Delaware,
North Carolina.
They're very proud of being from there. They name drop Wilmington like 50 times.
Murderholic says Sad Story is a classic on this album. And Trek Tail says Sad Story on the Left Alone album better than anything on the Bouncing Souls. And Murderholic says thank you, Trek. And then Immortal Coil says Souls all day. Taco Man says Gold Song is one of the best Souls openers. I will agree. It's a really good song.
Wilmington, California.
Yeah, I just looked it up.
I knew they were a West Coast band.
All right. Hold on. Well, we're moving on to the finals here. We're going to assign the final four that are going to move on. And John, you're going to start us off with Pulley, 60 Cycle Hum versus Pennywise, About Time. And I'm going to grab another beer while you do that.
All right. I think it's Dylan's turn, but whatever. We'll roll with it.
Wait, is it Dylan's turn?
Yeah,
no, because I talked about Bouncing Souls and Left Alone. I started us off, and Dylan ended it. Yeah, you're starting.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
Yeah, so like I said, this is my least favorite Pulley album. This is like my number 5 Pennywise record. How many Pulley albums are there? 7. So doesn't really matter. I feel kind of the same. Like I kind of like Pulley a little more than Pennywise now. I probably contradicted that several times on the channel, but I think About Time is a better record personally. So let's go with Pennywise. And Lewis, I bet you're gonna be right with me.
What do you
Yes,
think?
I am. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm not as big a Pulley fan as you guys are. So if this Pennywise, even if it was like my 7th, just above the Fuse or whatever, like 9th above Fuse or whatever, it would probably still win unless it was a really good Pulley record. But yeah, nothing on 60-Second Hum here. About Time is good. It's like my 4th or 5th favorite Pennywise. So I'm gonna give it to the boys from California. I'm sure Pulley's also from there. Hermosa Beach.
All right, Dylan.
I think.
Your favorite Pulley album.
I think you're right.
Against your most hated on band on the channel. What do you have to say here?
I think Propaganda takes that title.
Oh yeah, he's right. Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
One is like too smart, and the other's not smart enough, I guess. But I would lean towards the less smart of the two. For obvious reasons. We'll go with a surprise pick here. I'm gonna pick Pennywise.
Wow.
Okay.
Due to cultural significance, of course.
What? Isn't this your favorite Pulley record?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not gonna like bullshit. Like the Pennywise album is, it's better.
What the hell? Okay. My favorite Pulley album would blow tons of Pennywise records out of the water. So that's surprising. But yeah, I'm also gonna go with About Time. I mean, if I'm thinking of like self-titled by Pulley, I mean that's beating John's favorite Pennywise record easily in my mind. So
damn.
Well, we'll see if that happens.
Doesn't really matter. You guys are all gonna pick Pennywise anyway.
Yeah, but you got to stand up for your Pulley record, man. I thought this was S tier Pulley record, but I'm going About Time by Pennywise. I think the Pulley record's it's good. I don't think Pulley has a bad record at all, so I'm going with Pennywise as well. Let's see what.
Shout out Jordan Burns, the legend. Where's he at? He's not in the chat tonight. He'd be very unhappy with me, I'm sure.
Yeah, what did you do, man? Let's see here. Pennywise 83%, Pulley at 17%, and Pennywise is just going to sweep this one entirely. And let's see what the people are saying. Murderholic says Gold Song is worse than Argyle. Fuck, the whole album is.
Whoa, no way.
I'm way late to the party, but wasn't Offspring Smash on Epitaph? Yeah, I mean, I think there were quite a few more than these 16 albums on Epitaph.
Right.
I had to venture to guess, but anyway, yeah, I'll digress.
This is
That's
episode.
the combative relationship we like to foster with our fan base,
I
guys.
know. People
Yeah,
ask
fuck
you like
you,
a
guys.
genuine
Get the fuck
question,
out.
wondering what's going on, and Dylan's like, "What are you, stupid? Can you not count?"
I think we featured Smash quite a while ago, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
they'll be back for the finals. I
Yeah,
think,
16
so.
records per episode. This is episode.
And
8.
there's
This
12,
is-
12 episodes in the first. And the username's an Office reference, so I'm gonna give some leeway.
Hey, Michael Scott.
Yeah.
All right, and Taco Man says About Time makes it into my top 10 any given week. McD says top
man.
3 Pennywise albums, All or Nothing, Full Circle, and About Time. Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Yeah, All or Nothing is always a wild choice. Like I think it's an interesting record, but
There's a
it
few
doesn't
bit
feel
of
like
people.
Pennywise to me, though. Yeah, it doesn't feel like
Yeah.
Pennywise to me. I know, but
I like it enough, but not.
I think
that
it sounds.
much.
I think it sounds like a Pennywise album, but yeah, it's definitely not top 3.
you're like, whoa, the guy learned how to sing. This is crazy.
Spab says Dylan is like a star NBA player, hates the fans. Yeah, Dylan big fan hater. But Lewis, we're moving on here. We've got quite a matchup here. We have no clue which way you're going to go. We've got Millencolin's Kingwood up against. Now, if it was Orange Escape from LA, we'd be having a conversation. But we've got
Probably,
Bad
actually.
Religion, The Empire Strikes First. What do you have to say, Lewis?
Yeah, man. I think I gave the most effusive praise of Kingwood when we got them before, and I still think it's a good record. It is nowhere near as good as The Empire Strikes First, though. So we are going to put that. I hopefully advance that record forward here because it kicks the shit out of this Millencolin record. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it.
I said it before. I'll say it again. Kingwood is fucking trash. Get it out of here. I don't even know why we bothered like deliberating over the merits of Orange versus Kingwood. I didn't realize the Bad Religion album was what it would face. Because I don't have eyes, apparently.
Because we got to treat every record with equal opportunity here. That's what we're all about on Punk Rock Radar. Yeah, I mean it's gonna be The Empire Strikes First. I'm not even that familiar with Kingwood, but so I really can't say too much to rag on it. But Empire Strike First is a record I've listened to front to back multiple times, and Kingwood is a record I listened to for the first time doing this. So John, what do you have to say about these two?
Yeah, let's not waste the people's time. It's Bad Religion all day.
It's bad. It's Bad Religion. Yeah.
Oh, we got another monster matchup coming up, guys.
Yeah, we do. We do.
Oh God.
All right. So the chat is going 86% Bad Religion, 14% Millencolin. I want to know who in chat voted Millencolin. I'm curious, and I want to hear. I'm not hating on you for doing it. Like it's totally fair. I just want to hear your argument for Kingwood. Like I want to hear the passion. For
It's
Kingwood,
more
'cause,
Swedish.
I mean, it's like I feel like Empire Strikes First is a monster of records. So like Kingwood better. I'm very curious. So let's see here. No Control says, oh, no. Outcome the Wolves is the best from this particular episode. And El Dunarito says, avoid one thing was the original lean on Sheena. Nick Killer says, Empire Strikes First, laughing emoji. And Spab says, I'm a massive Millencolin mark, but smell you later, Kingwood. This BR record is an all-time classic.
I think
So he wasn't the vote.
Mortal Coil says, clearly it's brain rot, Ellie. So maybe the Rizzler voted for Kingwood.
I think El Duderino is watching on Internet Explorer. He just caught up to the Lean on Sheena part.
It was a bit delayed.
Jesus.
Murderholic says his Peter Pan and his alt accounts. I don't know if Peter Pan would like Kingwood though. I don't know.
No way.
Sometimes I don't know what the guy likes. So, but I mean, I think he had in his bracket, he had How Could Hell Be Any Worse winning the entire thing. So that was pretty interesting.
Of course.
Over Pennywise, which is a
that's
band
such
he
a-
talks about all the time.
My God, what a boomer perspective. Get that out of here. All right, let's.
All right. So it's Dylan. Dylan. Bad Religion, How Could Hell Be Any Worse? Up against Rancid and Out Come the Wolves. Go ahead, say your words, say your piece.
Rancid is
Pretty
going to
easy.
take it for sure. No need to think about it. Rancid.
Yeah, I mean, it's like Bad Religion's like scrappy debut, like before they like truly became like the force that is Bad Religion was Suffer up against like peak Rancid. We're going Rancid all day. John, what do you have to say?
I'm so glad that this is what is gonna go in against Bad Religion. It would have been the most fraudulent move on of all time if this album advanced, because I swear it is not good. It's just Bad Religion, Bad Religion. So Rancid, Out Come the Wolves. It's not even close. Bands top tier, at their apex versus a band just starting out and being bad. So Rancid.
All right, Lewis.
I obviously don't hate How Can Help Be Worse as much as some of the folks on this channel.
It's like the
I
third
think it
straight
has its
episode we've
charms.
had to listen to it in.
I know. I know. I think if I heard this in 1981 when this came out or whatever, I would have been knocked the socks off and been blown away and really loved it.
I like it.
Yeah, it's a good record. It's a good record, but it is nowhere near as good as Out Come the Wolves, though. So, Out Come the Wolves definitely has to advance. Yeah.
All right, let's go to the chat here, and it is Rancid 94%, Bad Religion 6%. So Rancid just totally destroyed it here, which is the only logical outcome here. Now the next one is going to be pretty interesting, but let's see what the people are saying. And Drew says old punk fans are with the Gen Z language. It's great. We're all about brain rot. The Rizzler. It's all over the place, man. You can't avoid it.
Skibbity toilets, right? Or
there we
something?
go.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Skid.
Coil, clip that. Clip that. And then can you say, here comes the boom?
Oh, I'm not doing it, man. I only do the face. I don't do the other parts.
Bad Religion's original name was pretty brain rot, wasn't it? It was like Smegma or something.
I think you're right. Yeah, they talk about it in the book.
What?
Yeah.
Smegma.
There's no way.
Yeah.
It's like Ligma.
Kind of a band name that no.
Well,
You know what Smegma is, though, right?
It's stuff under foreskin, Elliot.
Yeah,
it's the
I
dick
know. I'm
cheese.
just saying.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Nick Killer says, I don't know why. For some reason, his name, I'm afraid I'm saying something like
Pretty close.
I know. Something weird. The start of Empire is amazing, and it just holds up to the end. Even the hip hop part is not terrible.
Yeah.
I think it's fine. It's Sage Francis. I think it's a cool part of it.
It's cool, yeah.
Drew, Rancid 100% best album, the whole thing. And Nick Killer says, I think How Could is good, but it's against Wolves.
Yeah.
Rancid album is Sigma. Totally mocks this BR album. Oh, yeah, dude. It's pretty skibbity. Let's move on to the next matchup here, which is going to be Vision versus the Bouncing Souls Gold record. And you know what? We'll keep it short and sweet. And I'm just going to throw in my hat for Vision here. I would rather listen to the Vision record. I think Gold record has a lot of great songs on it. I think it's a solid Bouncing Soul records. I just think it's like, I don't know. For the Bouncing Souls records in the 2000s, it's the one I revisit the least. I usually just listen to songs off of it. But it's still like a great Bouncing Souls record. But I'm going to go with Vision. John.
The Jersey Shore battle here. Man, this is a close one. I don't know. Give me 2 seconds. I'm leaning Vision too. Like, cause is there only one? I don't want to say that. I'm probably wrong. It's the only Vision album I've ever heard. Just full disclosure.
There's Detonate. There's a couple other ones. Yeah.
The only one that matters.
God. I mean, we gas up this Vision album so much, but I think gun to my head, I'm listening to the Souls. Honestly, I'm thinking about it now. Give me a Gold record. Make it interesting.
All right, Lewis, what do you have to say here? Bouncing Souls versus Vision.
Yeah, no question. It's going to be Vision for me. I've been glazing this band more than anyone, I think, on this channel for a while. So, yeah, it's going to have to be Vision. And I do like the Gold record, but I think this other one's a masterpiece. I love it. So,
all right, Dylan.
Is it 3-0 right now?
No,
it's 2-1.
It's 2-1.
Oh. Yeah, like I like Vision, but there are no Bouncing Souls. And as far as the music I like to listen to, I like more pop punk type stuff than more hardcore-ish. I don't think they're hardcore, but, you know, heavier-ish kind of stuff. So Bouncing Souls are going to be my pick, and I'll leave it up to the chat.
It's literally 50-50.
Damn,
So
leave it open for a little bit. Leave it open for a little bit.
It was just Vision. So I was mad Dylan took so long to to say his piece. I was like, hurry it up so I get Vision.
It was
through.
just Vision, and then it's 50-50. There's
all right.
two
It's
votes.
Vision.
Like,
It just passed. Vision.
All
how many votes?
53 to 47, 21. That's pretty
Damn,
good.
dude.
Yeah. No, I mean, there's gonna be, dude. I mean, we're gonna get summer vacation on here if we didn't do it already. Did we do it? I mean,
Yeah, we
Yeah.
already got like 3 Souls records in.
Yeah,
So
okay.
I'm fine with it.
There aren't that many on Epitaph, though. There's a lot of chunks, though.
oh man, all right. So this is the final 4 from this episode. We have Pennywise About Time, Bad Religion, The Empire Strikes First, Rancid and Out Come the Wolves, and Vision Watching the World Burn. All fire records here, honestly.
Dude, this is like a punk rock starter set. This is pretty sick. This is the best final 4 so far.
you had some of these 4 records, they'll come out of punk fans. So hopefully.
Yeah, it rules.
Murderholics is 100% complete bracket. Oh, did you predict all of this? That'd be interesting. So, Murderholic says the Rizzler sounds like it be a Menzinger's sound-alike band. Really? I don't know about that. It's like a Batman villain.
Whistler.
Nice. Murderholics predicted all of this. We're becoming predictable. We got to do more crazy stuff. And so, John, sadly, I was not able to get you a tier list in time. I got sick over the weekend.
That's fine. I am exhausted, so I'm good.
Yeah, I'm very sleep deprived
Yeah.
right now.
Why-
So
Why is Murderholics fucking lying? He's had Left Alone winning its whole side of the bracket.
no, it's different. There's a form to fill out for predictions, and then there's a personal bracket to fill out. So the personal bracket, obviously, Murderholics picked their favorite band, Left Alone, but their predictions are probably different. Immortal Close
Need
is
a fact
busting
check on
bracket
that.
today, boys. So Immortal
Yeah,
Close,
see, Jacob Willis just said that he got the shit perfect too. I mean, I think this is a.
this is
I'm
probably the
curious
most
to-
easy to predict bracket, I would say, that we've
No
had.
offense to anybody's wins, but this is if you know our taste in music, I think you can guess this one. There's some monsters in here.
The only one that was going to be close is going to be like the Souls versus Vision, and it was very close, but Vision.
I will say that Vision has the least pedigree of any of the
Agreed.
4.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is the wild card in here.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's good
which
to
isn't
have
a
it.
bad thing.
So, but let's close it out here, guys, and thank you for watching. Don't forget to go to punkrockradarlimitedrun.com. Rain check. Oh my gosh, just forgot the name of the album. It's High Bro Low Bro. It's a great record that's for sale on John's website. He's gonna throw in stickers for you. He's got so many stickers. Every time I've ever ordered anything from John, he's given me a plethora, a ton of stickers. I can never say that word.
Plethora?
A plethora.
Plethora.
A plethora of stickers. They've
A plethora.
a plethora. A plethoris of stickers. So punkrockradio.limitedrun.com. Check it out. Right after the stream, go ahead and browse around.
You
with
get a
John has
yellow
for sale.
one.
So, but all right, dudes, let's get out of here. I'm like,
All right.
Yeah.
very
Later,
soon.
guys. Have a good one. Appreciate you.
Peace out.